Since 1989, the visual interface of the World Wide Web has moved from monospace text on CRT monitors to the high-resolution, responsive applications we navigate on mobile devices today. This is the first web page ever created, published by Tim Berners-Lee at CERN. It consists of black text on a white background, connected by a handful of blue hyperlinks. By contrast, this is a photo editing application running entirely within a browser window. It handles real-time visual processing, complex layouts, and dynamic menus. While these two examples represent a vast leap in technical capability, they exist on a shared architectural foundation. When you visit a URL, your browser receives a stream of raw text instructions from a server and uses them to build the interface locally. Understanding web development requires looking past the graphic design to see how a browser translates those text strings into a structured, interactive interface. The process begins with the client, usually your web browser. You request a service by entering a human-readable URL into the address bar. Because computers communicate via IP addresses, the browser first queries a domain name system, or DNS, to translate that URL into a numerical identifier. With these coordinates, the client can ping the specific HTTP server hosting the website to request its data. The server is a software environment that listens for these requests and bundles the requested HTML, CSS, and JavaScript files for delivery. The server then transmits these data packets back across the network to the client's machine. At this stage, the website exists only as a raw data transaction. The browser must now assemble these files to create a functional page. Web architecture relies on a principle called the separation of concerns, where the incoming data is divided into three distinct layers of responsibility. HTML, or hypertext markup language, provides the foundational structure. It acts as the skeleton of the page. This layer contains raw content, headings and paragraphs, but lacks visual styling. CSS functions as the skin, defining the layout and colors that wrap the HTML skeleton. Finally, JavaScript serves as the logic layer, like a nervous system, handling dynamic behavior and interactivity. This modularity allows a developer to change a website's entire visual design or interactive logic without altering its underlying structural data. Viewing the structural layer in isolation reveals that HTML functions as a data map rather than a simple text document. It uses a syntax of markup elements, each defined by an opening tag, the content itself, and a closing tag. The browser organizes elements into a hierarchical tree called the Document Object Model, or DOM. Every piece of data nests within the root HTML element. The tree then splits. The first major branch is the head, containing metadata and links to external styles. While the information in the head is critical for the browser and search engines, it is not rendered on the visible page. The second major branch is the body element. This node contains all the content intended for visual display. By following this hierarchical structure, the browser can parse and paint millions of elements with absolute spatial predictability. We can observe how a browser interprets child nodes within the body. Heading tags establish document hierarchy. The browser renders an H1 as the primary title and reduces the font size for each subsequent subheading. These semantic markers allow screen readers and search algorithms to map the document's logical outline. Furthermore, to group related data, we use list tags. Nesting list item tags within an unordered list tells the browser to format that data as a bulleted structure. External media is handled by empty elements like the image tag. These embed content without wrapping text, requiring no closing tag. We use attributes within the tag to define the image. The src attribute provides the file path, while width defines its scale. Writing HTML involves the rigorous definition of the semantic meaning and hierarchy of raw data. Once the browser finishes mapping the HTML tree, it begins applying the CSS presentation and activating the JavaScript logic. The result of this real-time compilation is the fully assembled interactive interface we recognize as a modern website. In modern development, backend languages like PHP, Python, or Node.js often automate the generation of this code on the server side. Regardless of the server's complexity, the final payload sent to the user remains the same set of front-end instructions. The World Wide Web maintains its global reach because its core client-side architecture, the delivery and parsing of a structured HTML tree, has remained a consistent standard for over 30 years.